If you know that you are in a moment in time where you have the power to change the nation for the better, and to do so, you need only say yes. These moments are rare, and this moment, our moment, began on the morning of 26 May 2017, when 250 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, including myself, from throughout the continent and its adjacent islands, gathered in the heart of the nation at a special place called Uluru. We had engaged in many days of passionate discussion and debate, and with an eye to the lessons from the past, we looked to the future. Our great hope was that we would reach a consensus, one collective statement that would invite Australia to right the wrongs of our colonial past. We called that statement the Uluru Statement from the Heart. How could it be denied that Indigenous people have a special connection with this country? We are human, like you, and we seek our rightful place in Australia's birth certificate. I hope that by now, the question you are asking yourself is not if Indigenous people should have a constitutionally enshrined voice, but instead you're asking yourself, why? Why have we not granted this fairness to Indigenous people before? It would be a fair go for our children, not just Indigenous children, but all of our children, to no longer be burdened by a colonial past and a constitutional ignorance to our Indigenous heritage. If you, like our children, would say yes, then this is your moment. And I want you to use your power not just to turn up on polling day at that referendum and cast your vote as a yes, but to do the work that the Indigenous people have done in this country, and in the lead up to that referendum, take other Australians by the hand and make sure they vote yes too. I'll recite the Uluru Statement from the heart now, and I hope that you'll respond in the same way that my people did, with standing acclamation and tears of joy and hope. We gathered at the 2017 National Constitutional Convention, coming from all points of the southern sky, make this statement from the heart. Our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander tribes were the first sovereign nations of the Australian continent and its adjacent islands, and possessed it under our own laws and customs. This our ancestors did according to the reckoning of our culture from the creation, according to the common law from time immemorial, and according to science more than 60,000 years ago. This sovereignty is a spiritual notion, the ancestral tie between the land or Mother Nature and the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who were born therefrom, remain attached thereto, and must one day return thither to be united with our ancestors. This link is the basis of the ownership of the soil, or better, of sovereignty. It has never been ceded or extinguished, and it coexists with the sovereignty of the Crown. How could it be otherwise, that a peoples possessed the land for 60 millennia and this sacred link should disappear from world history in merely the last 200 years? With substantive constitutional change and structural reform, we believe this ancient sovereignty can shine through as a fuller expression of Australia's nationhood. Proportionately, we are the most incarcerated people on the planet. We are not an innately criminal people. Our children are alien from their families at unprecedented rates. This cannot be because we have no love for them. And our youth languish in detention in obscene numbers. They should be our hope for the future. These dimensions of our crisis tell plainly the structural nature of our problem. This is the torment of our powerlessness. We see constitutional reforms to empower our people and take a rightful place in our own country. When we have power over our destiny, our children will flourish, they will walk in two worlds, and their culture will be a gift to their country. We call for the establishment of a First Nations voice enshrined in the Constitution. Makarrata is the culmination of our agenda, the coming together after a struggle. It captures our aspirations for a fair and truthful relationship with the people of Australia and a better future for our children based on justice and self-determination. We seek a Makarrata Commission to supervise a process of agreement-making between governments and First Nations and truth-telling about our history. In 1967, we were counted. In 2017, we seek to be heard. We leave base camp and start our trek across this vast country. We invite you to walk with us in a movement of the Australian people for a better future. Thank you.